but we have some amazing dinosaurs on display and being prepared actively. The bulk of the fossils on display are real fossils. Even the mounted, fragile-looking skeletons are mostly real bones.
Behind me here is an incredible fossil that we call Teen Rex. And this is a sub-adult T-Rex that was collected in North Dakota in 2023. So the story of Teen Rex's discovery is really unique. So there were 3 young boys up in North Dakota that were out hiking around in the Badlands, in their backyard essentially. And as they're hiking around, they noticed some pieces and parts of dinosaur bone weathering out of a hillside. And so their dad comes over, snaps some photos of this, and then he texts a picture of this to one of our curators, Tyler Leeson, here at the museum. Tyler went to high school with the father of these young boys. And we get up to the field site with the young kids, and we're brushing, digging, starting to uncover these chips and chunks of bone, and we expose the end of a sharp tooth. But we continue to dig, and there's one tooth, and another one, and another one, and another, and another, and we realize what we've uncovered is the entire lower jaw from this meat-eating dinosaur T-Rex. As you can imagine, there was much celebration and joy, and just like what an amazing opportunity for these young boys to have discovered the most iconic dinosaur of all time.
As paleontologists, there's really no better feeling than putting in all the hard work, often under the intense summer sun of the American West, walking around, hiking through gnarly terrain off trail looking for fossils, and then to find amazing things. It really is the most incredible feeling that we're chasing all the time. So in some cases, folks from construction sites call in and say, hey, there's something weird, you want to come take a look?
We have a fossil from just underneath of the parking lot of our museum right now.
But we also spend a lot of time when we're doing field work basically walking around, looking at the ground, walking around outcrops that we know have produced fossils in the past or are likely to produce fossils. And that's one of my favorite parts of my job, because you never know what you're going to find. There's a real sense of adventure out prospecting for new fossils. And that is exactly how we found the Triceratops that you can see on display in the Teen Rex exhibit right now.
So this is a beautifully intact Triceratops skull that we just collected. What makes this one so special is that it is a complete skull. So tip of the nose to the very back part of the shield that's on its head that we call the frill. Really special. This will definitely be the most complete Triceratops in our collection here. But we have also collected fossils, within a 30-minute drive of this building. You can also see fossils that have come from the Rocky Mountain region in general. So that includes areas like the Dakotas and down to New Mexico. And then we have a really strong field presence in places like Madagascar, where we've collected really cool, interesting dinosaur fossils, mammal fossils, lizards, frogs, toads, etc. So all of those things are within the walls of this museum, which is really exciting.
I do think that it's important to answer all sorts of different scientific questions so that you can build up your data set and try to get to the things that people really want to know. But we're definitely always trying to do both, trying to push science forward and trying to bring something that the people of Denver would be super psyched to see on display.
So when we've identified a fossil as something that we want to collect and something that's going to help promote or further our research goals, the first thing that we'll do is assemble these huge teams of interns and volunteers, right? Dinosaurs are big, they're really hard to extract with just one person. We work together to dig, to excavate, to plaster, and then once the fossil's ready, depending on how big or how small it is, we can either throw it in our backpack and hike it back to our field site. If a fossil is really large, we'll have to use like a big stretcher board, like a body board, and you hike it out of the backcountry in that way. Other times we rely on the help of helicopters. And then once it comes back in these doors, we unload everything with a forklift or with people power, and then it comes into our fossil prep labs where we start the cleaning and stabilizing process.
Seeing something that no human has ever laid eyes on, and that in fact hasn't seen the sun for 66 million years. We want to be able to share that feeling with people of all ages. And that's why I think it's really amazing that we're able to prepare fossils on full view to the public.
In this lab, we've been working to carefully remove all of the rock and sand from the surface of these fossils. To do that work, we use some really, rudimentary tools like a little paintbrush here. I use a lot of tweezers. I would say the main tool that I use in this space is this one called an air scribe. And an air scribe, it runs on compressed air and helps me to very gently remove rock from the surface. And this tool, although it sounds kind of heavy duty, it's pretty delicate in the work that it's able to do.
It can definitely be stressful. Things have broken on full view of the public for sure. We have several different types of glue we use in the lab. That's just part of the game. I think it's so important and so special to be able to share these elements of our natural heritage with everybody we can.
I feel so lucky in general to be able to work at an institution that is excited about sharing science in real time. And I think that it is so important, especially for young people, especially right now, to be able to share the scientific process of discovery and observation and asking questions and all of these things that happen in front of you while you're watching people uncover fossils inside of a prep lab. All of these fossils, every single thing that we're collecting is providing some kind of foundation for us to jump off of to better understand what's happening in the world around us today.
Our work here is only made possible because the public is so interested in dinosaurs and fossils, understanding science and what Earth's past looked like. And we are so fortunate to be part of a community that values science. Our science is supported in so many different ways, but the most important thing is the interest of the community.
Stay elevated by subscribing to the city's YouTube page and stay tuned to our social media channels for more content. Don't miss our new episodes of Elevating Denver, premiering each month. Thanks for watching, Denver.